Shanti Shanti. Om. May the Divine lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. Om. Peace, peace, peace.
This devotional song is composed by Girish Chandra Ghosh, a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. He's describing in this poem as Sri Ramakrishna as a little boy lying on the lap of a poor Brahmin woman who light up the cottage. Have you come to remove the suffering of the people of this earth? You are the embodiment of compassion. For whom do you laugh and cry? I can't take my eyes off you, O beautiful one, lying on the lap of poor Brahmin woman. Dukhini brahmoni kole keshue choalu kore. Dukhini brahmoni kole keshue choalu kore. Kere ore digambaru এসেছো কুটির ঘরে কেরে ওরে দিগম্বর এসেছো কুটির ঘরে দুঃখিনী ব্রাহ্মণী কোলে কেশুয়েছো আলো করে দুঃখিনী ব্রাহ্মণী কোলে ভূতলে অতুল মনি কেলে রে যাদুমণি ভূতলে অতুল মনি কেলে রে যাদুমণি তাপিতা হ্যারে অবনি এসেছো কি সকাতরে দুঃখিনী ব্রাহ্মণী কোলে কেশুয়ে চোয়ালু করে কেরে ওরে দিগম্বর এসেছো কুটির ঘরে দুঃখিনী ব্রাহ্মণী কোলে বদুদে করুণা মাখা ব্যথিতে কি দিতে দেখা গোপনে এসেছো একা বদনে করুণা মাখা হাসো কাঁদো কার্তারে ব্যাধিতে কি দিতে দেখা গোপনে এসেছো একা বদনে করুণা মাখা হাসো কাঁদো কার্তারে মরি মরি রূপ হেরি নয়ন ফিরাতে নারী মরি মরি রূপ হেরি নয়ন ফিরাতে নারী হৃদয় সন্ধ্যা
I'm reading from the book You Will Be a Paramhamsa by Swami Sarvagatananda, his reminiscences of Swami Kalyanananda, who was the disciple of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Kalyan Maharaj, Swami Kalyanananda, was a man of few words. His way of imparting spiritual knowledge was not so much by words as by the example of his own life. So we would observe him very closely. He was very meticulous, very devoted, and always spoke to the point. He often told us, "You are all here for joy. Be happy and make others happy. That is the most important thing." He would then continue quoting Christ, "When ye fast, be not of a sad countenance." You may lead an austere life, but don't let that make you look depressed. Swami Kalyanananda was the first monk of our order to go to Haridwar, and there he started the first hospital, which is called the Kankhal Hospital now. Here, he used to say, "Be alike in the temple and hospital." Many a times, Swami Kalyanananda would inspire us with some instructions before sending us to work in the hospital. "Look here, we have a temple and a hospital. To the temple, you go with fruits and flowers, hymns and mantras. And to the hospital, you go with food and medicine and a few kind words. Both are exactly the same. What you do in the temple and what you do in the hospital are not two different things." This is Swamiji's ideal. So always maintain the same attitude of seriousness wherever you are. Keep everything scrupulously clean. Show the patients love and compassion. They all need your help. Now go. Once Maharaj told me, "You know, why is this called a hospital and not a sick home? Because we must be hospitable. When people come to us, hospitality is the main thing to offer. Don't forget this." And what do we mean by patient? We must have the patience to deal with them. Patients are so called because they teach us how to be patient. One day, some people brought a very sick man to the ashrama, but it was noon time and the hospital was closed. So they left him to his fate on the road outside the hospital. I found him, in the sense Swami Sarvagatananda, he found him lying on the roadside on my way back from a bath in the Ganga. I called the doctor, who on examining the man said, "There is no use taking him in. Anyway, he is going to die soon." Saying so, he walked away. But I could not move. I just stood there looking at the patient. I did not know what to do because doctor's opinion was the final opinion. Then I saw Kalyan Maharaj beckoning to me from inside the building to tell him what was going on. After hearing my report, Maharaj said, "No, prepare a bed for the patient and bring him in. If he must die, let him die in peace. At least you can do some service to him. We don't know who will die when. Ours is a sevashrama, a place of service. Whether you give him 2 minutes service or 2 months is besides the point. You have to serve him, that is all. Leaving a man to die on the road?" Immediately I ran out and brought the man inside with the help of 2 boys. Maharaj came and saw him, prescribed some medicines, and asked me to give him some glucose water with lemon juice. 4 hours later, the man died. By this time, the 2 people who brought him had arrived. Pointing to them, Maharaj said, "These people come from distant villages. They have nowhere else to go. Had the man died by the roadside, nobody would have cared for him. Whatever we do for these people is service to them. So arrange for the body to be carried to the Ganga and see to it that the funeral rites are all performed properly." This made the 2 men very happy. By undertaking To arrange even the funeral, Maharaj underscored something very important. It is not the duration of service that counts. Whatever is needed has to be done. Even the least service is meaningful. Here is it.
Now a short period of meditation. Good morning, friends. So today's topic is love all. There is a song in Bengali which says, "Love all, otherwise your heart's stains will not be removed." So love, we all know, and nothing to define about the love. We all know what love is. We experience love. We love our parents, our children, our relations, our friends, and sometimes our possessions, house, car, or anything else. We know love. But it's very difficult to define love. Experiencing love is okay, but how to define what love is? So, what is love? Love is, it's experienced as when we have love, there is joy and peace in our heart. Love is something that is precursor of joy, happiness. Why, we'll discuss later on, why love is so important, why it is so joyful thing. We'll try to study that from the Vedantic perspective. Why is love so important? Love is, as they say, often we confuse love with attachment. Love and attachment do not go together. Attachment is like binding. And love is freedom. Attachment is something you want to possess and keep that with you. And love gives freedom and joy. So attachment is not love. Rather, it is just other than anything other than love. We have to be clear about that. Otherwise, love often is thought to be experienced as attachment. So that thing is to be known. Attachment is not love. Love is freedom. lot of difference. Swami Vivekananda said that what are the characteristics of love in his famous lecture on triangle of love. So he said, as the triangle needs 3 angles, without any of the angle there will be no triangle. Similarly, love needs at least 3 qualities. What are the 3 qualities of love? He says, love knows no bargaining. Something I give you and you return me back. That should not be there in our any consideration. In our love, in our so-called love, from where we don't know this bargaining comes, an expectation comes. When I grow old, my son or daughter will look after me. That becomes bargaining. Immediately love is reduced in that. When we see something expecting from them when we grow old, that amount of love is gone. No expectation should be there. Not that I give this so that you return me. Often that there is the danger. So it is to test ourselves whether we really love others, really, truly love our children, our spouse, our parents, our friends. Is there something that we want in return for our love? Then there is less of that love. We have to be very careful. Love knows no bargain. And Swami Vivekananda describes that not only in relationship with our other fellow human beings, but in relationship with God. We say we love God. We worship, we do prayer, we meditate. And why we meditate? Because God will protect us. God will be kind to us. God will give us that we need. Yoga kshemam vahamyam. Sri Krishna said, whatever my devotee needs, I supply that. Whatever my devotee has, I protect that. Do we love God only for yoga kshemam vahamyam? If Sri Krishna didn't say yoga kshemam vahamyam, would I still love Sri Krishna? That is the test of one angle of love is, if we have anything, any thought in return, then it is not true love. It is love, no doubt, but it is mixed love. It is not Shuddha Bhakti, it is not pure love. It is not Abhyavicharini Bhakti, it is Bhyavicharini Bhakti. A love that is mixed with some mixture, some pollutants, like that thing. So that's how love knows no bargaining. Love is no shopkeeping. It is just giving, just finding joy in other. That is love. The love once Draupadi asked Yudhishthira that you love God so much. We are in so much trouble, running for our life from place to place, this 12 years of our dwelling in the forest. But you still pray to God and you say you love God. What does God has given to us? He has not given us any comfort, any easy life, and you are all nice, you are all have good conduct, you never do anything bad, never are dishonest. And what is the benefit of that? People who are dishonest, they are having so fantastic time. They are enjoying world, enjoying life, and we are in trouble. Why do you love God? After so much of trouble, God has not given you anything. Where is yoga kshemam vahamyam? That Sri Krishna had not told this thing to Arjuna. It would be in the fight, in the battle. This was before. So, Yudhishthira then answers, Draupadi, do you see these Himalayas? Aren't they beautiful? Draupadi said, yes. I love Himalayas. But what do they give to me? Nothing. And I don't seek anything from the Himalayas. Just their grandeur, their beauty, that makes me love those beautiful Himalayas, mountain peaks, snow-clad mountain peaks. That is true love, when we do not seek anything from the object of our love. When we love God, true love will come when we don't seek anything. That's why they say, when you love God and seek something, still love has to mature into that you don't seek anything from God. God When we love, really our love has matured, we will understand God loves us so much that we don't need to seek anything. He is taking every care of us. Whatever we will need, He will give. And what we seek and He doesn't give means we don't need that. We are greedy. There is an amount of greed in us. There is an amount of attachment in us. So that love matures to that height that we don't seek anything from God. No bargaining. Love will become true love when there is no bargaining. Now, shouldn't we pray to God for something? For getting someone, our relations, our parents who are sick? Shouldn't we pray that Lord make him healthy or remove their pain? Shouldn't we pray to God for the welfare of our children? Shouldn't we pray to God for the good of whole world? Whatever sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, all these prayers are false. There is no love, there is no goodwill, is all false. We should not pray. No. This is the highest love. When we talk, we don't seek anything. We have not risen to that height of love. We are still in the lower height. Our love is not a true love. It's not Shuddha Bhakti. Our love still needs something to us, to our relatives, to human beings. Only the thing is we need to increase the periphery of our love. From myself, to my family, to my neighbor, to all human beings. The more our love is broadened, the more we are able to make our love for whole humanity, then it becomes true love. And in that case, sarve bhavantu sukhina, aham bhavantu sukhi. That is not love, that is not right prayer. But when we said sarve bhavantu sukhina, may all be happy. When we have started loving all, it becomes unselfish love. Though it looks like bargain, it looks like prayer for something, in reality there is no iota of selfishness in that. It is utterly unselfish when you are praying for everyone. So that is true love for God. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. May all be happy. Sarve santu niramayaha. May all be free from all ailments. All is very important. That's why loving all is important. Everybody loves oneself. Even animals love themselves. Human beings have to love. Not only the love should be confined to our family, but it should spread wide to love all. Swami Vivekananda says that is the one angle of love. Love knows no bargain, no selfishness, no asking for the self. Second angle of the triangle of love, he says, love knows no fear. When the true love comes, there is no fear. We are often afraid of ghosts or something in the dark, something will happen because we have heard the stories from our childhood. Then what we do, when we are afraid, we then start taking Ram, 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 Ram. You know, the name of Ram will remove the fear of ghost. Whether ghost is there or not, the ghost has entered into us as the fear of ghost. Now the ghost has to be removed. By what? By taking shelter in the name of God, in the strength of the name of God. That's why love, when there is a fear, there is no love. Later on, as our love matures, then there is no fear at all. God is there. What is the fear? Why I say there is ghost? Why I say there will be someone intruding? Nothing, no fear will be there. God is there to protect always me. If God feels that I need to be protected, He will protect. If He feels I need not to be protected, He will not protect. And whatever He wishes for me, I am for that. That is enough. Will of God is the highest thing for me. No fear at all. Then when our love becomes love for all, we become like Baba Hari Baba. Baba Hari Baba, the name came from, used to eat very sparsely, very little, as if you are eating, you are surviving only on eating air. Baba means Pavana means air, Ahara means eating. Eating only air, he survives eating nothing, as if he survives by eating air, as it were. So, Hari Baba's main name might be that. but one incident of Pavahari Baba that often Swami Vivekananda told, that there was theft in his kuti, or in his place where he used to do sadhana, where he used to live. And the thief came and started bundling up the things, whatever was there. He was a great saint, had very little possession, perhaps one blanket, perhaps one cooking pot. The thief bundled that, and somehow in the dark, the bundle fell by mistake. And there was sound. Pavahari Baba woke up and said, "Who is there?" No fear. And hearing the voice of the owner of this room, or this kutir, the thief ran, scaled the wall and ran. Pavahari Baba took that bundle on his arm, under his arm, and started running after the thief. Thief was a strong person. Pavahari Baba was an ear-eating person, already thin. But his spiritual power was so much, the thief could not run too far. Finally, Pavahari Baba caught him. Thief was frozen with fear. And what Pavahari Baba does, he gives that bundle at his feet and says, "It is yours, please take away." Kneels down to him and, "Please take away this, it is for you." Thief never could imagine that. How this person, even to the thief, so much of love, to one who wants to rob him, love can be extended up to that level. Love all we find in such persons. They love not only their friends, those who support them, but those who come to rob them. How love can be so wide and so intense. That is, we see love all experience. There is no fear in Pavahari Baba. All fear is gone in love. Swami Vivekananda gives the example of when love happens, fear goes. And he says, suppose a mother was walking on the street and a stray dog started barking. Mother runs to another lane to save herself so that it may not bite. And he gives the example, suppose next day that very mother with her little child was walking on some way, and a lion jumps up. Then what will happen to that lady? That lady, Swami Vivekananda says, will face that lion to protect her child, because she loves her child. She is ready, says all the fear has gone. Who was afraid of dog barking is not afraid of presence of lion. So that he gives the example of how true love, real love, can take away all fear from us. So second triangle of love is love knows no fear. The third angle of this love, triangle love, is love knows no rival. That there is no other thing compared to our object of love. Love is the highest. Nothing we want to achieve because of that love. Love is the highest. The one whom we love, especially the God, our Ishta, is the highest. There is no rival to that. When it is said, God is jealous God, it is not something negative. It is that you should love God with all your mind and heart. Not that you love other things also and also you love God. That is what jealous God. God is not jealous. Everything is God's. How can God be jealous? There is nothing that it doesn't belong to God. God is jealous God means when you love God and also you love other things. You love God and also you love the things of the world. Then that is not abhyavicharini bhakti. That is not unadulterated love. That becomes when we love other things and also we have little love for God, we have little love for this thing, little love for that person, and everything together, and the highest love for God is not given, that becomes Vyabhicharini Bhakti, adulterated love for God, and that is not true love. The true love, the triangle of love says, love is the highest. There is no rival. Love knows no rival. There cannot be anything compared to the ideal of love that we see. So we love God. God is the highest. Nothing can compare to God. Everything can be sacrificed for the sake of God. When Guru Tegh Bahadur, the Guru of Sikh, one of the 10 Gurus of Sikhs, and when he was asked, Either you will have to give your life or you convert. So then he said, no, I will not convert. I love my religion. I will not give up religion for anything else. When he was beheaded by the cruel the king, then there was a slip found. It was written, I gave my head, but didn't give my faith in God. Love for God is the highest. There is no rival to that. Nothing can be compared to that. Even his children were beheaded in front of him. Nothing could shake Guru Tegh Bahadur. That is the highest sacrifice can come when there is love. Because love is the highest. Anything, Swami Vivekananda says that society has to sacrifice everything for truth. And truth cannot be sacrificed for anything else. Ultimately, truth has to prevail. And the truth is ideal. When God is the ideal, God is the highest. There is no rival, there is no anything comparable to God. That's why it is called aprameya. There is no prameya, there is no compared to God. Holy Mother was going from Kolkata to Jairambati. One little girl came with her mother and said, Mother, and then Holy Mother asked that little girl, my child, do you love me? He said, yes, Mother, I love you. Then, how much do you love me? See, the little girl stretched her hand fully and said, I love you that much. And Holy Mother then asked, but how would I know that you love me so much? Then girl asked, what I have to do to say that I love you so much? He said, if you love me, then you will have to love everyone in your household. Your parents, your siblings, everyone, your servants, everyone you have to love. That word, love all. Then that will be loving me. Holy Mother is the repository of whole humankind. She is Mahamaya, she is Adya Shakti. And Holy Mother represents all. When we love all, then only we are loving Holy Mother. And then girl said, yes, I will love everyone and I will listen to everyone. Then Holy Mother asked the little girl, but how will you love everyone? Then girl replied, what do I need to do to love everyone? Then Holy Mother said, don't ask favor from anyone. Don't ask anything from anyone. She was teaching to a little girl of 6-7 years. But this message is for all of us. Don't ask any favor from anyone. If you ask favor, those who give you, you tend to love them more. Those who do not give you, you love them less. So there will be no equal love to all. Don't expect anything. Don't ask any favor. That's why in the Shastras, it is said, don't accept any gift from anyone. So, that's why it is Holy Mother's teaching was, you have to love all if you want to love me. If you don't love all, you are not loving me. And that happened. One Brahmachari used to love Holy Mother, was very obedient, was to her service. But he didn't like the cat that used to come to the house in Jairambati. It used to steal the food, and that Brahmachari was very angry with that, and he used to sneak and steal the thing. And one day, Holy Mother saw that he found cat and he was beating the cat. He called Gyan, and Gyan, come here. He came. Why are you beating that cat? Oh, Mother, she is stealing, the cat is stealing food. So, but don't beat a cat, that is their nature. You don't give them food, what they will do? This is not the cat that our pet. We give food, cat food, pet food always. This is a stray cat in rural Bengal village. So Holy Mother said, that is their nature, they have to survive that way. And remember that I am in that cat too. When you beat cat, it hurts me. When this Gyan Maharaj heard, after that his behavior towards that cat, stray cat, was totally different. He never ill-treated that. That is Holy Mother's loving all and her guiding all to love all. So, how Sri Ramakrishna loved? Sri Ramakrishna's love was so much for everyone. Those who saw him, they understood his love was overflowing. Chira Unmada Prema Pathar. That was the epithet given in Bengali to Sri Ramakrishna. He is like the ocean, whose love is always overflowing in huge waves, deluging the world. Chira Unmada Prema Pathar. Pathar means ocean, Prema means love. He is the ocean of love, always in huge waves, deluging the world. That is Sri Ramakrishna's love for whole humankind. Swami Vivekananda was asked, who was Sri Ramakrishna? Some say he was incarnation of God, some say he was a great saint, some say he was a sadhaka, some say he was a great teacher. Who was Sri Ramakrishna? Swami Vivekananda defined Sri Ramakrishna. He said, I don't know that, but for me, Sri Ramakrishna is L-O-V-E. That much I can say about him. He is love, fully, totally. He is just love solidified, love concretized. He is all love and nothing else. That was Sri Ramakrishna. Swami Vivekananda's definition of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna's extraordinary spiritual qualities, extraordinary teachership, his guidance, his extraordinary sadhana, all that merged into that four-lettered word, love, which included everything. That is Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna also loved that. Again, cat comes. One cat used to come in Dakshineswar. Sri Ramakrishna had to go to Kamarpukur for a few weeks, and what to do to that cat? Again, the people will ill-treat. Like Holy Mother, another incident. So he called one of his devotees, Nistarini Devi, the mother of Ambikanandaji, from who used to live in Ship. They went later to Shipur. He called and said, can you do one favor to me? She was very devoted to Sri Ramakrishna. Whole family was very devoted. She said, what do I need to do for you? And he said, can you take care of this cat? And he said, of course. When you say, that is like blessing to me. And that she took the cat and started carrying that cat. And then only Sri Ramakrishna was at peace. A stray cat. One day Sri Ramakrishna was taking bath in Haldar Pukur. And one catfish came to his foot and he started playing around that. And then she said to other people, see that this fish is not caught and eaten. Protect it. Leave it. Just release it in a bigger pond. Just it came to me. So it should be protected. His love, how this Sri Ramakrishna love for cat or fish, and his love for everyone was so much. One person was walking on the grass, fresh green grass, freshly grown. And Sri Ramakrishna said, ask him to step aside, don't ask him not to walk on the grass. I feel as if he is walking on my chest. It was so painful. Oneness with grass, oneness with that fish, oneness with that cat, oneness with all humanity. That was Sri Ramakrishna. That's why he could never close his door. Always welcome. Morning 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock, evening 5 o'clock, midnight 12 o'clock. Anybody coming was welcome. His love was so overflowing. When the poet says, Chira Unmada Prema Pathar, it's just not the poetic, it is the expression of what truth is Sri Ramakrishna. When Swami Vivekananda says he is L-O-V-E, it is not just the expression of exuberance for his own teacher. Swami Vivekananda was a very controlled person. He was not emotional in that way. So when he uses the word, very deliberately he uses. Swami Sri Ramakrishna was L-O-V-E. Holy Mother's love for all we know from, I told you the story of the cat and the cat. One day Holy Mother was in her Kolkata house, and he found that from her room he heard that there was one husband drunk and was ill-treating the poor person just across that Holy Mother's house. And the wife was being ill-treated and by the drunkard husband. She went there and she fed that person and she rebuked that person, and wife was released. This love for unknown person who had no connection with her, just out of love for the suffering woman, that was Holy Mother. Once the Britishers were carrying women on some allegation that they were involved in freedom movement, and women were being walked in hot sun, and someone reported to Holy Mother, and Holy Mother said, "What? They are ill-treating the women in that way? No consideration because of just allegation, doubt? If that is the case, they will not last long. This government will not last long." Holy Mother had predicted. And he said, was there no other man who could slap the police officers and release that woman? That strength was Holy Mother's strength. That was his love for the suffering people. Once, how her love was unbounded. That's why they said Holy Mother is Gondi Bhangama. Unlimited was her love. There was no boundary that she will love her devotees, she will love good people, she will love only this human being. No limit was in Holy Mother's love. She was most loving to everyone. She loved everyone. Once one woman of ill repute started coming to Holy Mother. All other devotees, they said, "Mother, that woman you don't know, she is not well reputed, she has ill repute. She has bad name. And you are allowing her to come near you?" She says, "She is coming." And she says, "Oh, in that case, if she comes, then we cannot come to you." Then Holy Mother's was a big challenge. People, all the devotees sat in a group led by a very important devotee, Balram Babu's wife. She was so close to Balram Babu, was so close to Sri Ramakrishna, most intimate devotee of Holy Mother. She led that group of people because they were all saying that ill-reputed women should be kept away. She should not be allowed to come to the gathering, should not allowed to come to Holy Mother. Who will like in the society? Holy Mother said, she has nowhere to go. If she finds peace by coming here, she is welcome. You are all grown up, you have many places to go. If that stops you coming here, I can do nothing. But as long as she wants to come, she will come. Holy Mother's love was that. When freedom fighters started joining our order, then British government said they are giving shelter to freedom fighters, in their language terrorists. And Ramakrishna Mission is supporting terrorists. It was a big thing. Government started writing against Ramakrishna Mission. They put in the Gazette that they support the terrorists because terrorists are going and joining there. It was reported to Holy Mother. And Holy Mother then said, "Mother, should we stop them for joining? Because they were involved in freedom fighting movement, they were in politics, and now they want to come and become monk. What should we do?" Holy Mother was so strong and so loving. She said, "If my children want to give up politics and they want to join the order in search of God in service of humanity, you must welcome them." So that was her decision. Maybe any difficulty to the organization, but they should be allowed to pursue the search of God and service of fellow human being. That was Holy Mother's love for everyone. Whatever difficulty might be there, there is difficulty when we do something good. When we seek to love all, there will be challenges. When we want to serve all, there will be challenges. Shreyangshi bahu vignani. Whatever you do Shreya, whatever you want to do good, there are many obstacles, many difficulties, many challenges. But the great persons are those who are indomitable. They will go ahead with what is good, and all challenges in time will disperse like the rain cloud getting asunder. For the time it seems it may be difficult, like everything happened, government knew that they have all given the freedom fighting movement, they have given the politics, and now they have joined the order. Government withdrew their notice. British government and Ramakrishna Mission was again people started giving donations to them. That Amjad was a robber and he used to come to Holy Mother. People didn't like that. He used to come because from jail, instead of going back to home, he used to come to Holy Mother. And he used to bring some fruits. Mother, can you offer this to Sri Ramakrishna? Holy Mother knew. It's not that she was naive and she didn't know. And she knew, yes, you have brought my son. She used to address him as my son. I will definitely offer that to Sri Ramakrishna. And when it was given to Holy Mother, everything was purified. When Holy Mother would give some to Sri Ramakrishna will accept. And Holy Mother said, take this, and whatever happens, Sri Ramakrishna has to take. It becomes purified by her giving. Once that incident came, there was also another lady of little not that good repute, and he brought food for Sri Ramakrishna. Holy Mother was bringing at the door, she said, Mother, can I take this food for Holy Mother, not for Sri Ramakrishna? She took that and put that on the ground, and then she left. Sri Ramakrishna saw that lady who was not of good repute, and Holy Mother came afterwards. Why did you give to her to bring that to my room? Now how will I eat? I cannot eat. Holy Mother said, please eat now today. So they said, how do I eat? Now you promise, then you won't give anything to anyone. You will bring my food. Holy Mother said, no, if anyone addresses me as mother and asks something of me, I cannot say no to him. And you are Thakur not only for me, you are master of not only for me, you are the master of all. So you will have to accept, please eat. Now with Sri Ramakrishna not only didn't eat, he could not eat earlier, really he could not eat. Sri Ramakrishna, when Holy Mother said, please eat, he started eating. That's how the power of Holy Mother's purity. So her love for Amjad was like that. One Nalinidhi was serving some chapatis, and because he was not that good character, conduct person, he was poor and had to go to jail and all that, she was just throwing chapati from a distance on her plate. Holy Mother saw that. He said, can anyone serve like this? Give me the basket of chapati. And she gave and nicely put at his plate. Can anyone eat like that? Her love for this Amjad, who was a robber, whom she knew well, her love was overflowing with them. Her love for all and equally for all. And he said, as Sarat is my son, so Amjad is my son. Equal sons, equal love for both of them. One is Brahmagyani, other is highway robber. And Holy Mother's love for all is so equal and intense that she can love all equally. Swami Vivekananda gave so much importance for love. He says that there are three things necessary for success: purity, patience, and perseverance. And three things necessary, he said. And then he says, adds one more. And above all, love. First he started with saying three things necessary for success: purity, patience, and perseverance. And above all, love. Without love, no success, no fulfillment, no real living, no real life, no human being. That's how love gets the paramount position in the philosophy of Swami Vivekananda. Vedanta's idea of love is different from what the word means to most. We often we say that to give someone, we love someone, it is very unselfish. Vedanta is very cut and dry in that sense. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, one verse comes it says, Nava are patyu kamaya pati priyo bhavati, atmanastu kamaya pati priyo bhavati. The husband is not loved for husband's sake, but it is not for the sake of the husband that he is loved, but for one's own sake that he is loved. Wife loves husband for her own sake, not for the sake of husband. Such type of passage comes. Very cut and dry, very stern. Because the real love is for the self. Whenever that self is seen manifested, there love flows. When the self is seen manifested in husband as my own self, my alter ego, then there will be more love. We love our children more because we see our own self there. Swami Kripamayananda says, child is not something else, something other. He is Atmaja, yourself born as another being. You love your child because you see yourself there. The center of love is the self. Now what is that self? Vedanta says, seek that self. That self is not only in you, residing in your heart as your ego. That self is everywhere. In every being is your own self. Can you see yourself in every other human being, every other living being, every other thing in the world? If you can perceive yourself all pervading, then only you will be truly loving all. Before that, it is your connection with the person that you love. If we really analyze our love for others, always it is something, what will happen to me if he is not there? What will happen to me if that person becomes sick? What will happen to me if he is died? Everything connected with me, that is the cause of sorrow mostly. So, related to myself alone, that is the thing. We all tend to love the self because only the self is lovable, nothing else. And that self that is lovable is called God. O Lord, our hearts are made for Thee, and they shall not rest until they rest in Thee. Until we love God, we will not be able to love truly, we will not find peace in life. Holy Mother's last message, that's why it says, no one is a stranger, my child. The whole world is your own. Very Vedantic teaching. If you want peace and joy as a human being in this life, love all. Because all are your own. All, Vedanta will say, all are your own self. Try to realize yourself and you will find nothing exists other than yourself. What you perceive is all yourself in varieties. What you worship as God, it is your own self. And when you will find your own self in everywhere, then you will be able to love all. No one is a stranger, my child. The whole world is your own. Learn to make the whole world your own. Now the challenge is how to make that, how to love all. It's very easy to love those who love us, who are kind to us, who are supportive to us. What about those who criticize us, who do not like us? How to love those who are antagonistic to us? How to love those who complain against us to our officer, to our boss? The only way is to see self in all and see everything as God's play. That is all God's play that is going on. See and enjoy everything. People kind to you, wonderful. People unkind to you, that is also God's play. That Swami Kripamayananda ji was meditating on the bank of Ganga. And there one person, he was sitting quietly in contemplation. One person came, donor, and gave, in winter time, gave a blanket, just put near him. Then he left. He was still meditating. Another person came after some time, after a few minutes, and saw a blanket lying there. Sadhu Baba is in meditation, sitting quietly. He just left that blanket and went away. Brahmananji was contemplating. No change. All is divine play. His love for that donor and his love for this thief was equal. Love all without distinction. Unless you love all, the stain, black stain of your heart cannot be removed. Swami Vivekananda, that beautiful poem, To a Friend, Sakhar Prati, 8 stanzas. In the last stanza he says, from Brahman down to the worm and atom, in all things the same God of love dwells, God of love. Friend, offer mind, life and body at their feet. God that dwells in the heart of every being, from Brahman down to the worm and atom, offer yourself to their feet. These are God's various forms right in front of you. Rejecting them, where are you looking for God? One who loves all beings truly serves God. That alone is the real worship of God, when we can love all and are able to serve everyone, whatever way we want to serve. There are many ways to serve. But there should be love flowing from our heart for the whole world. Then we rejoice. When that happens, then only we find the whole world is so joyful, so sweet. The whole world becomes sweet. Madhuvata ritayate madhuksharanti sindava. This wind becomes sweet, and the day becomes sweet, night becomes sweet, dust of the earth becomes so sweet and holy. Only when we can love everyone, only when we can see God in every being, only when we can get connected to everyone as our self manifested, then when we reach that state, there is no alien, there is no other. Everyone becomes our own, and we embrace the whole world as our own, as myself. As I love myself, I start loving everyone as myself. That is loving all, and that is the goal of spiritual practice.